Hello, I've got for you today something that is different. This is the 2022 addition to their Heritage Collection. It's basically a mini pen. So it's not numbered, it's just a special edition. Let's see, it comes as a fountain pen and in a few different colors, or I should say black and ivory. Simple sleeve, a bit more ornate than their standard sleeve. Let's see, yeah, oop, there we go. And this pen is quite different from their usual pen. A lot of its elements deviate from the typical formula, so usually, where is it? Usually, of course, they've got piston fillers, caps that screw on, and of course, they don't usually post. So in the box there, you've got just service guide and nothing. Very sturdy box. And then this is the pen. This is a little sleeve, reinforced sleeve, and then here it is. Absolutely minuscule, wonderful. So, as you can see, it doesn't have a clip. This is medium nib. It just pops off like that, which is not really usual for Montblanc pens. And it is, of course, because it's so small, only works with cartridges. Lots of interesting elements on this pen. So there you go. It comes with an empty cylinder that you can syringe ink into, but of course you can get their standard cartridges too. So of course this pen doesn't fit a well, let's get that nib. Doesn't fit a converter, being so small. And every now and then you hear someone complain about Montblanc's pens not coming as standard with converters. But frankly speaking, if you buy a pen from them that only takes cartridges or fits a converter and doesn't come as standard with the price, you can just negotiate with them. They'll give it to you eventually, as long as you show some interest in the pens and don't just go up to them and say, give me a converter as well. They'll always throw something in. They've got discretionary spending to get you to actually buy something from the store. So they've got an interest in getting you out the door with a product, and if they have to give you a converter for that, they'll do it. So there should never be an issue going to a brick and mortar store and getting what you need as part of one price. So what else that makes this pen unique? So like you saw, it just clips in and out. There's no thread for that. It's quite nice actually, capping, uncapping it. It has a soft element in there so that it doesn't feel like it's metal on metal. It's not interference fit. There is something in there that embraces the nib quite nicely. And then of course, because it is so small, this is the only pen that they make that needs to be assembled before you can use it. So that's another contentious thing that I disagree with. A lot of people think Montblanc pens can post, and I think you can probably make the distinction between posting a pen and having a pen that sort of allows you to fit the cap over the cone. This pen is designed to receive the cap on the cone, so it posts, but most other Montblanc pens don't post. So let's take a look at it compared to other pens. So oddly enough, though it doesn't screw on, the cap doesn't screw onto the nib, it does screw onto the cone. That makes it, of course, a lot more secure when you're writing. It's not going to jiggle off. And the beautiful fit and the provision that they've made for receiving. So there's some resistance, and there you push it past that, and it fits so snugly into that. It feels actually quite nice, unlike, I can only speak for Lamy, unlike those types of pens. And of course, it's just white resin on a coral background for the finial. Of course, a big reference to their heritage collections. I don't know if they're going to make a limited edition version of this. I hope that they do. I should say now that I've got this one, I hope that they don't, because I'd much prefer having the limited edition version of it. But let's take a look at it compared to some other pens. So this is the Goliath, the biggest pen that I've got in my collection. The coral version of this is a bit bigger, but it is massive. Uncap it. Extend the nib. And then there we go. There's the baby. Right next to it. Absolutely minuscule. I love that size comparison. It's not usually in the style of what I'd like, but because I've got the big one, might as well get the small one. And let's see if we can get the nibs. The nibs are similar in that they've both got a triangle heart hole, but the baby has a nice little Montblanc silhouette of the mountain. Very neat. So that's it next to the Goliath. This is a Classique, a bit smaller. I think this is closer to the size of the nib. If you've got a Classique, you'll see the nib sizes are fairly comparable. And then next to 149. 149 is a bit large for some people's taste, but I think it's a very reasonable size. So once again, quite a little baby next to the other pens. So there you have it, the 2022 addition to the Heritage Collection, the black and white baby pen. Wonderful little addition, perfect for your pocket. No clip, and of course only takes cartridges. Beautiful black lacquer, and I think the fittings are white gold. I'm not too sure about that actually. So there you have it. Wonderful little addition to any collection that already has Goliath. And let me know if you've got questions.